The Philadelphia Eagles are 7-1 after a big win. A.J. Brown just broke a massive record. People are looking at Jalen Hurts as the best quarterback in the NFL, as they should. It shouldn't have just been this game where he had 4 touchdowns, zero interceptions, and over 300 yards passing. I've been saying he's the best quarterback in the NFL. I've been saying this is the best team in the NFL. Let's talk about this game. Let's get into it. Alright, so before we get into this video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are leaving comments down in the comment section below if you want to talk back and forth about the Philadelphia Eagles or football in general. But with that being said, let's get into this victory video. A.J. Brown broke a massive record. He went for 6 straight games of 125 yards plus per game. That is huge. Dude, A.J. Brown is the best wide receiver in football right now. Yeah, Tyreek Hill has been putting up big numbers too, but just in my opinion, A.J. Brown is the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL, and there's nothing that anybody could say about that. A.J. Brown broke Megatron's record. Calvin Johnson, man. Calvin Johnson, an insanely good wide receiver, and A.J. Brown just went out there and broke his record. And I don't think anybody in the NFL is going to be doing that here soon, especially if A.J. Brown gets it to up to 7 or 8 games in a row with 125 yards plus. Like, this dude is showing out. Every single Philadelphia Eagles fan should be happy that this guy's on the team. This is the guy at the beginning of the season that everybody was saying was a diva and was, I know I say this every video, but it just gets under my skin. How people were saying that the Eagles should get rid of A.J. Brown or that A.J. Brown was a problem. A.J. Brown is a problem, and that's on the fucking field against your team. Sorry about my language there, but he just is. Like, teams can't stop him. And then if you stop him, you have Devontae Smith, who went and had a 99-yard game, who people were saying that everybody was down on, that A.J. Brown is just getting the bulk of the targets. Well, guess what? Devontae Smith went out there and had a 99-yard game, basically 100 yards, basically had 200-yard wide receivers. So there's nothing wrong with this offense. Yeah, we had the turnovers in the game, whatever, on the push-tush or the brotherly shove, and Kenneth Gainwell fumbled, and that's something we're going to talk about here in a second is Kenneth Gainwell. But I just wanted to give the props out to Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown for breaking that record, and Jalen Hurts just doing what he does, throwing 4 touchdowns, throwing for over 300 yards, having a great QBR, being injured and still putting up stats like that. He's the best quarterback in the league. I don't want to hear anything about it ever for the rest of this season until something drastically changes my mind. But I do want to talk about the running backs. Gainwell, Swift, Scott, Penny. I just want to talk about them for a little bit before I move on to the defense here. Deandre Swift needs more playing time. I know that they're probably trying to keep him fresh. You know, like he's not injury prone, but he could get injured. It's the NFL, and I'd imagine they're just trying to limit him and just make sure he's fresh so that they have him for the postseason whenever we need him. That we have him later in the season. But I feel like he's fine, and hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us, or bite me for saying this. But I feel like Swift is fine. I feel like he can play more, and I feel like he needs to have more of the reps. He needs to stay in more whenever Gainwell is in there. And I'm not saying that Gainwell is a bad running back. He is not a bad running back. He's in the NFL. He was drafted in, the 3rd round, the 4th round. I can't remember whenever we took him. But he's a good running back. But he's just not better than DeAndre Swift. And that's a fact. Whenever Gainwell's in there, he's not getting the yards that DeAndre Swift is getting. I just feel like, I don't know why this team is just so in love with having Gainwell out there. Like, as a fan, I want to see Boston Scott out there. I like Boston Scott. Boston Scott is a really, really good running back, I think. He's probably about the same as Gainwell or a little bit better. And I'm not talking bad on Gainwell. I'm not doing that. I will not talk bad about a Philadelphia Eagles player, even if they are doing terrible things. I'm always going to be there to support the team. But I'm just saying, Swift is just so much better than Gainwell, and I don't see that much of a gap between Gainwell and Boston Scott. So I wish that they would throw Boston Scott in there more. I like seeing him run the ball. You know, he's the giant killer. I mean, we weren't playing the Giants, but Boston Scott can get productive in an NFL football game. And it would be nice to see him back in there. We haven't really gotten to see that much of him. And then also Rashad Penny, who hasn't even been dressing for these games. Like, I don't know what they're doing with him. Hopefully there's some sort of big plan going on, but the chances of that are pretty slim. I know there were like rumors that he's getting saved for a postseason run, but you know, Everybody has their opinions with that, and I just don't really think that it's that smart to hold him out and not play him and only have him for the postseason or the end of the season. Like, I don't know. You got to get acclimated throughout the season. That's what the season's for. I mean, if you get injured, you get injured, but you also need to get acclimated, and you got to play to get acclimated. So I don't know what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing here with these running backs on offense. I just wish that we could see more of Deandre Swift, and I wish that we could see more of Boston Scott, because Boston Scott is low-key one of my more likable players on this Eagles roster, and I'd just like to see him in there because I feel like he deserves it. He's been put into games, and he's done his job whenever he's been asked to do his job, and he's gotten yards and touchdowns for this team. So that's just something I would like to see. Or if the Philadelphia Eagles can go out and make a trade or pick up a running back that's on the free agency market, that would be really nice to see as well, just to get somebody else in there in the mix. If you're not using Rashad Penny, like, just go get somebody. Like, if you're worried about Rashad Penny staying healthy, then just go get somebody that you're not worried about staying healthy and just get him thrown into the mix. I don't know. I don't want to be sitting here talking bad about this team, because that's not what I'm here to do. I think this team played a great game. They came out with the victory. Every single player on this team should be proud. I just wanted to go over some things. There's things that need fixed, and I just wanted to go over those after talking about what this team did great, alongside with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. But let's talk about the defense here for a little bit. I'm not going to talk too much about the defense, because there's not much that there needs to be said. Everybody knows what this defense needs to do. Last week we came out and we held one of the top offenses to 10 points. And this week we came out and we let the Washington Commanders put up 31 points on our defense. It just wasn't looking good. We had some injuries. Jordan Davis was limited. Jalen Carter got hurt. Milton Williams was out. So that's a huge blow. You're limiting your three big defensive tackles in this game, and this team was able to run on you because Jordan Davis wasn't in there. Jalen Carter, he was out. He got that back injury, and hopefully he's fine, and it's nothing too serious. But yeah, this defensive line has a hard time getting to the quarterback, because these corners in the secondary aren't holding these wide receivers. And then whenever you have injuries that just start picking away at your defensive line, it's going to be even harder to get to the quarterback. And we only got to Sam Howell one time whenever they were giving up 4 or 5 sacks per game. They're on track to give up the most sacks in the NFL. So, that was kind of a blow. I really wanted to see the Philadelphia Eagles get after Sam Howell, and they made him look like an amazing quarterback, and maybe he is, but for him to throw for, for him to throw for 39 for 52 for 4 touchdowns and an interception. I mean, yeah, we got the interception, and shout out to Reed Blankenship for getting that interception. That was a pretty nice turning point in the game, and helped us get back on top of this team and come out with the win. But for them to let Sam Howell complete 39 passes for almost 400 yards, that's not good. And I just hope that it was a fluke game. I'm not going to point out anybody on this Eagles defense, but I just feel like the scheme needs to be better. They need to play press a lot more. They need to make sure that they are pressing off of the line. And I think this team, to me, I think it was just a fluke game on defense, because last week they played a great game. I like Sean Desai. I think he's calling plays, he adjusts, and he gets his team 2 victories, especially with this defensive side of the ball. So there's not much of a bone that I'm going to sit here and pick with the defense. I'm not in the NFL, and I'm not going to sit here and tell NFL players or NFL coaches how to coach a game or how to play a game, because they know what they're doing. But those were just some things that I had about this game going on. I'm just happy that we came out with the victory, and that AJ Brown broke a record. That was really nice. He is probably, in my eyes, the best wide receiver that has ever walked on the field for the Philadelphia Eagles. And yeah, there's really not much more that I'm going to say about this game. We have a huge matchup next week against the Dallas Cowboys, and that's going to be a heated one. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to come out with a win in that one. We're going to do a matchup video between the Eagles and the Cowboys a little bit later in the week. But I just wanted to go over what I thought about this Eagles win, and what I thought about the game. I didn't want to pick too much about the players and the coaches, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to just be a fan and just talk about some little things and celebrate the good things that the Philadelphia Eagles do on the field and off the field. So that's basically it for this video. So like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are leaving comments down in the comment section below if you want to talk back and forth about the Philadelphia Eagles or football in general. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in a little bit with my matchup video between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoy the week. Hope you guys are enjoying this victory. Everybody have a great day. Peace.